Parang ganun. Tapos nalipat siya sa amin. Ako yung parang halos pioneer ng account namin.
Right.
So dumating siya, ako yung nag-train sa kanya. Tapos meanwhile, yun nga, parang nag-aaya siyang Yossi break. Yeah, Yossi break, baba kami.
Yeah.
Coffee break. Coffee break is Yossi break.
Yes.
Basta ko, kwento siya, ganyan. There's this other employee na nakatrabaho din siya na galing din sa amin na mas matagal niya nakasama na yun nga sinabi niya na ito si Dar gumagawa ng mga sculpture to ganyan. Sabi ko parang na-amaze ako sa kanya na tapos parang na-realize ko na kasi may friend ako dati na parang related sa kanya. Parang na-imagine ko yung itsura niya sa kanya. This guy was passed away way 2008, si Wang Paragas.
Ay. God rest your soul, brother. God rest your soul.
Rest in peace, bro. Yun. Yun. Parang ganun yung yung niya sa akin. Yung parang
connection.
Yung connection niya sa akin na ganyan, na makulit, tapos malaki katawan. Kasi parang pag nakasalubong mo sa madilim, pangingilagan mo.
Baka si Yakman eh.
Parang iwas ka eh. Parang gigilid ka na lang. Boss, daan ka na, boss. Ganun eh. Pero pag nakilala mo na siya, internally, sobrang cool niya talaga. Cool siya. Ayun, tapos nagkapalagay ng loob, yan. Tapos, yun nga, lumipat na siya ng work. Tapos, yun, nakikita ko na sa mga posts niya yung mga arts na ginagawa niya. So, parang nagka-interest ako na i-guest natin siya dito sa atin.
So, you never really got to talk about it in detail until after you saw his posts? You never really brought it up?
Hindi pa talaga.
I see.
Actually, first time kong pumunta rin dun sa shop niya.
I see. I see. Well, you're welcome. Guys, you're welcome. Okay, but what was your favorite experience? Since it was also your first time, what was your favorite experience of the thing?
Actually, yung pinaka talagang hinahantay ko yung ma-meet ko in person si Yakman. Oo, talaga intrigue talaga ako doon pare dun sa sa kay Yakman kasi parang sobrang parang ang kwela nung dating kung paano ba siya naging superhero. Kaya nakatawi lang siya, naliligo siya, di ba? Yung sa kinuwento niya, ligo siya tapos lumabas siya, nag-save siya nung hinabol niya yung tawag dito, yung kriminal, gano'n. Sabay nahila yung towel niya.
Kita bird,
tapos nagsigawan yung mga tao, yak! Kaya siya naging Yakman.
Pero this is out of the goodness of his own heart, no? That's nice. My favorite part of the experience was, except for the toys and all of that, was really how he told the stories. That was my favorite, man. When he started telling me these stories, I totally forgot about the toys. I totally forgot about what the sculptures looked like. To me, it was this, you just close your eyes. When he was telling you about Yakman, he was telling us about how the robots were made. Hero 13, when he was especially when he talked about the series of the portraits, yung si woman, si may gusto kay King of Hearts, and then the boxer over there sa likod turned into the clown kasi namatay yung asawa na
Doon ko lang rin narinig yung kwento, no?
Yeah. King of Pain.
Connected pala yung apat.
You look at those photos once, and then you close your eyes and you listen to his story, you will see the animation roll in your head. And that's the beauty of this art. It's that he draws it from his raw emotions. He's drawing it from his real thoughts and his real mood. Yun ang paboritong part ko dun, yung kwento eh. That was my favorite part.
Kwento na nilalabas niya dun sa pag-make niya ng art.
His art is only a medium of expression. It's not the final product. The final product to me is that when you get a piece of his art, is the emotion that it brings with you. Isipin mo, you get, say, the picture of yung si Yakman. Sige, let's get Yakman. Yakman. You have a funny guy. Okay, you have a funny guy who's really determined with an Ultraman pose. Ganun siya. Who wears nothing but a towel, right? With his ding dong hanging out. It's funny. He doesn't have the best physique. It looks weird on a pedestal, but you know he does it out of the goodness of his own heart. It's really crazy. And it's really an emotion na binaon mo eh. Yun eh.
Actually, pag tiningnan mo yung mga paints niya, pag tinitigan mo maigi, parang hindi mo ma-recognize kung ano yung concept nung nilalaman, kung bakit niya ginawa yun. Parang pag pag tiningnan mo maigi, parang sila pa yung nagtatanong sa'yo. Ano yung tingin mo sa akin?
Correct.
Parang ganun eh.
Masaya ba ako?
Oo, masaya ba ako?
And
hello?
And again,
ano ba? Parang ikaw yung tatanungin nung art niya.
Right. And it makes you think.
Ano ngayon yung tingin mo sa akin? Kung bakit ganito din drawing? Parang ganun.
And again, it brings us to a very important message of mental health awareness. You know, there are a lot of people who are suffering from anxiety and depression that we don't know about. People think that when you're smiling and you're laughing and you're happy, but a lot of people are suffering from that. So people who are listening right now, who you think you are suffering from this, just feel free to talk to us. And again, we'll be sad together. But that's the point, eh? Kasi better be sad together than be sad alone. Really.
Oh.
At least you have someone to share that with, and then maybe we can help. Maybe we can take away a little bit of that. But that was, again, thank you, Darwin.
We will help. Talaga.
We will help, and Darwin will help, and thank you, Darwin. Pare, astig ka.
I love you, pare.
I love you, Pops, Papi. Thank you. I hope we could join you again, but that's it. Pare, thank you. That's nice.
Hopefully, may part 2.
Hopefully, my part 2.
Skeleton Years, di pa natin na-interview sila sa band, di ba?
Hopefully, we can get Skeleton
parang
Years.
Parang lang.
Tapos,
snapshot lang.
Yung banda niya, underground band. He plays, he plays vocals yun eh. Tapos, we'll get Victor Barrios to take photos and videos of them. Yes, plugging Victor.
Sana sa gig nila.
Sana sa gig nila. But, speaking of which, ladies and gentlemen, here we go again. Yes.
Which is what?
Nabaliw na po. Wala po nasabi. So, talking about the creative mind of Darwin Dacanay, it's from a creator perspective, let's move on to somebody who develops for other people. Eto na.
Hey.
We move on, ladies and gentlemen, to the highlight of episode 2 of POPMuG, the second shot. And we moved on, just to give you an idea, wala na naman po si LesterZap ng mga oras na yan. Siya po ay, at the time, medication. Nagpapagaling po sa tahanan ng Golden Acres.
Grabe kayo. Grabe!
Nagme-meditate. And we went to we went to meet a very prominent figure in probably one of the brightest minds of Pinoy hobby gaming. Oh, by the way, we'd like to acknowledge the presence of Nesty, who's just joined us.
Woo!
Welcome back to the land of the living. Gising na po si Nesty.
Bringing us tortillas for our snack.
For snack very early in the morning. Sponsorships. And one of the prominent minds and the leading figure of tabletop hobby gaming in the Philippines. Yeah. And I think personally, hobby gaming in the Philippines has evolved from its early days. And to me, honestly, that's where I learned most of my early vocabulary. I learned a lot of my weird words in reading comic books. Apart from the things that my father would ask me to read. Mga tabletop games, mga card games. Diyan ko natutunan yung mga yan. And Freddy Tan is a prominent figure helping to spread Magic the Gathering and our personal favorite, Legend of the Five Rings. Yan ang the forefather and the savior of Philippine tabletop gaming. And also, joining him, continuing the legacy of Combatron, pare, is a very, very talented individual. by the name of Thomas Regala.
Whew.
And he created the very awesome. If you guys checked out Banahaw Boys, we went live just a couple of last week, and Vince and I played a couple of bouts of Combatron, the card game.
Combatron card game. Really?
Please, yes.
Talaga?
Masaya.
Did you play with it?
I played with it. Yes.
Pamali-mali yung rule.
SPG na naman po, played with it. But it was a fun game. Masaya siya. It's not very complicated. It just revolves around 4 characters: Combatron, Metallica, Abudon, and Death Metal, and it's really just a fight between the 2 robots, and then unahan kayo duel. Unahan kayo maka-hit ng 4 times. It's like rock paper scissors.
Okay.
A game of rock paper scissors with robots. Diba, napaka-astig no? So at one hand, very simple concept. You will learn it in 5 minutes, but the gameplay is endless.
30 minutes?
Yes.
Kasi pamali-mali siya ng
Kasi hindi siya nakikinig sa akin.
Kasi hindi ka nagbabasa.
Kasi mahirap ka talaga umintindi. Naiintindihan naman namin.
Thank you very much. Thank you
Siya
very
yung
much.
nagkamali.
Ay, ikaw pa nagkamali.
Okay, anyway, tanggapin na lang natin.
Binasa ko yung rule book.
And I'd like to congratulate you for reading.
Congratulations!
You know how to read. Woo! But Victor Barrios and Vince and I went to Neutral Grounds in Centris, and it was an awesome experience. It's one of the best neutral grounds I've ever seen. Pare, talagang ibang klase yung lugar. When we walked in there was a lot of people playing games. There were a lot of stuff that I wanted to buy. Sabi ko nga for the first time in a long time, I will buy stuff. Baka hindi ako makauwi. Sabi ko, ganon. Ha? Yun ang masakit eh. Hindi pinayagan eh. But we talked to them and we wanted to know what is the state of creative minds in the Philippines wanting to influence the people, because these are a group of people who design Filipino games. And surprisingly enough, we had a special guest din doon. We had a surprise guest by the name of Jam. He's a Philippine tabletop creator. He's designing a game. Yun yung sinasabi ko sa'yo na kakanin. The game is called Kakanin. And the object of the game is simple. Pagbebenta ka ng kakanin around the table.
Oh!
Oo, pare. It's magbebenta ka ng puto, kutsinta, sapin-sapin. And they were playing it and they were playtesting it, pare. So, pumasok kami and we were thinking na, what are they doing? They're playing cards, pero index card and there's something written on it. So we were observing, yung pala, they were playtesting a concept game.
What are they writing sa index card?
Those are the rules of the games. So wala pang artwork.
Okay.
They were just
Parang
playtesting the idea. And Freddy Tan is the guy who really says this will work, this will not. He's the consultant. He's the guy he's the big boss man of the tabletop games. And he consults. He worked with stuff like Darna, the card game, Bagani, the card game.
Darna card game?
No, Darna was published by a different distributor, but he was consulted on it. Bagani, he was published. He published
Bagani!
Bagani. Bagani is there, and now Combatron. Alright, and so
pinaka gusto ko eh.
I would agree. I mean, Combatron is fun. I should have brought it. I'm sorry I don't have it with me. But without
I'm hopeful wala siya nung Victor magtanggol na card game.
No.
Very good.
But the guy who
Salute.
But also the guy who designed Bagani was there. He had a special drop and he was there. And as we were talking about it, he comes in.
Talaga?
And he says hi, and he joined, and we asked him a question. So, this is a very good interview. We had 3 guys. 4 guests in total. Iba tayo sa POPMuG. Again, POPMuG, cheers tayo. For the Papa, kabar. For Vic.
Ano yan?
Tuna? Kampay tuna?
For Victor.